In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can utilize ChatGPT and Notion to create a plan of financial abundance for yourself in 2025. If you're new here, my name is Lamide. I've been creating content online on money, careers, banking, finance, property investing for the last 4 years. I graduated from the London School of Economics 4 years ago now, and then I went on to work at some of the world's biggest investment banks. I started my property portfolio at the age of 23 and now have multiple six figures invested. And I spent the last year being fully financially independent and also location independent. So when it comes to setting goals around money and just setting goals in general, I have a couple videos on that. I think I kind of know a little bit about what I'm doing. So I would love to share that with you guys today. But the first area that I'd highly recommend that most people skip over is the reflection piece. And a lot of people always end up skipping the reflection and then end up wondering why they are setting the same goals year after year after year. I'm going to buy a house this year. I'm going to buy a house this year. I'm going to save up for an emergency fund this year. I'm going to get started in the stock market this year, and never do it. It's because you don't reflect. So you don't know where you're going wrong and where you're going right, and then leverage that to do better for the following year. So I'd highly recommend that you spend time reflecting first. For me, I have been doing my reflections in Notion. You guys have seen me do that since I started this channel. And so I'm actually gone back to my old planner. So this is a digital life planner that I created this year. I did use, there was a V2 version that came out that some of you would have used, but I'm actually gonna go back to V1, and I've copied some parts of V2 to add into V1. So as you can see, my reflection on 2021 is here, my reflection on 2022 is here, 2023 reflection was in the other planner. I just started completing the 2024 reflection. We have some questions here. Highlights and achievements. What are you grateful for? What are the major life lessons? However, I'd highly recommend using ChatGPT and just saying, I want to reflect on my financial goals for 2024. Ask me some questions to add that into ChatGPT, and it will literally ask you a bunch of different questions on all of the key financial areas. And I think it's good because it's really going to get you to just start thinking in depth about your financial future. People just have like 1 or 2 financial goals, but finances run so deep and they affect all the different areas of your life. So even though this might seem extensive and you don't have to go through every single question, I would highly recommend going through as much as possible. Even if you're not necessarily writing all of them down and doing a long reflection piece, just start thinking about a lot of these questions. Let's get into the actual planning. One thing that really helped me last year and this year when it comes to setting financial goals is knowing what your core desire and your core fear is when it comes to your finances. And so for some people, it will actually be easier to answer the core fear question first before they actually answer the core desire question. But even if you're just asking yourself, like, what is the main objective you want from your financial life? And it doesn't have to be for the next 40, 50 years, even just for the next 5 years, the next 10 years. Think about that and write that down. Like, get started on what is the bigger picture? What am I actually working towards? And if you struggle to do that, start with the core fear section. What do you not want from your financial life? That might be like, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to struggle with money. As you can see from this little cover, this cover photo that you see, I got ChatGPT to make it. I'll teach you guys how you can do that now. What I would say is you can either do this at the end of the session when you actually have your, because by the end of this we'll have like the actual SMART goals written down, or you can do it at the start just based on the vision that you want for your life. This is a way of doing a vision board that takes less than a minute versus the other ways of doing vision boards, which I have done as well. You know, when you go to Pinterest, you save all the photos, and you go to Canva, you create a whole thing. You can do that as well, and that's probably more accurate, but ChatGPT can also give you this bigger picture. So let me just say, if I came up with like a core desire, and I'm just going to ask ChatGPT to draw it. So draw me a landscape picture that encapsulates my core desire for my financial life, which is to build wealth for my family, to have multiple streams of income, and to have my own business that generates, say, £10,000 a month. Let's just say that was it. So I just wanted to download the photo and show you guys it from a full screen. With the pictures that ChatGPT generate, they're not necessarily like perfect. Like you might have some words that are misspelled, etc. But the more you feed it, then the more accurate the pictures get. I think this is pretty good for just a relatively basic prompt. But if you kind of know what you want to be on your vision board, you can even tell it like the sort of pictures that you want to generate. The next part is asking yourself the question of what are the three main areas of, it doesn't have to be three, I choose three, but you come up with the main areas of your financial life or your wealth life, whatever that is. If you don't know, you can always go and ask GPT, but for me, I chose three. So debt, income, and investment. I don't like the traditional way of budgeting, so that's not something that I would focus on. I've spoken about this a lot in my Own Your Money webinar, so if you want to figure out why that is and the way that I do use to budget, then that will be linked below. At this point, you should have completed a reflection on what went well and what didn't go so well in 2024 for your financial goals. You should know what your core desire and your core fear is for your financial life. Probably some sort of vision board aspect of what you want your life to look like in the next 5 to 10 years when it comes to thinking about your finances. And then you know what your key focus areas are also. So the next thing that we're going to go ahead and do is take all of that, put it into ChatGPT, and then you're either going to be one or two people. You're going to be maybe someone like me who you kind of already know what your goals are. So just write that down, and what you're going to do is tell ChatGPT those things that I just mentioned, you know, the core fear, what you want your life to look like in 5-10 years time, blah, 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 and then your goals that you have together for 2025, and then you're going to ask ChatGPT, is this goal bringing me closer to the vision and the core desire that I want for my life? And then if you're someone who's like, I still don't know what goals I should set, then you're going to do the same thing, because those things are usually easier to do because they're much further away. But then you're going to ask ChatGPT, what goals should I set for myself in 2025 to bring me closer to this vision that I have for my life? And ideally, guys, you want to be doing this as we go. You can even just use your phone. You can download ChatGPT on your phone. ChatGPT is free as well. And when I was doing this, I was realizing that some of the goals I was coming up with, I was like, yeah, if in 5 years time I want to achieve this goal that I set for this year, it isn't really going to work. And I literally had to change one of my strategies, because when ChatGPT was asking me, okay, so what do you think you can achieve in the next 5 years? Like if you do this year and you do it for the next 5 years, you're only going to get to here. Your goal is this. It's not really working. I had to revise some of those things. And the good thing and the thing that I love about ChatGPT is it's not a person. You can plan with your friends as well, which I always recommend doing, and I'm still going to do that as well. But with ChatGPT, you can be as honest as possible because it's a robot. It's not going to judge you. Coming out of that, you want to have some sort of, okay, these are the sort of goals that I want to set. I've kind of tweaked it a little bit to make sure it's actually, sorry if you guys can see the dog. I've tweaked it a little bit so it's actually bringing me closer to the goals that I have. And the next thing that you want to make sure that your goals are is that they are smart. And that is something that you can also ask ChatGPT to help you do. When it comes to your finances, I don't think you should really be setting more than like 5 goals, because you still have all the other areas of your life. And if you're doing like 5 goals for those as well, you're going to end up with like 25 goals. I would say nothing more than 5, maybe even ideally 3 or 4, you know, at least one for each of those focus areas that you have come up with. But you want to make sure all of those goals are smart so that they are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. And ChatGPT can help you do that. I'll show you an example. One of my goals for the investment focus area of my finances is to purchase a property. How do I turn this into a smart goal? I'm sure many people have that, I want to buy a house in 2025, and they'll put that down as their goal. That is not going to get you to that house. Probably because you haven't made it a smart goal. You don't know exactly what you're looking for. You don't know how to measure and track the process to know if you're actually getting closer to that goal, etc. I literally love how ChatGPT has broken down this whole thing. I will save this amount by this, even though this is not really realistic. So let's just say I can't save 30K by December 2024 because that is now, and I only have 20K saved. I think I can get 30K by June 2025. And this is what I mean, where you can have these conversations with ChatGPT where you can be honest about where you are and allow it to make those adjustments for you. And then obviously one of the most important parts is that you have a planner or some sort of system that is that you're able to lift this stuff from ChatGPT and put into a planner that's going to then help you to stay ahead and track everything. Let's say, for example, if you're using a digital life planner, you go in, this is what our goal template looks like. So you'd put your goal in here. This planner already has all of the smart, measurable, specific stuff built in. So it's very easy to then transfer everything. That will be in Q2 2025. That would be the deadline for this goal. Obviously, the life area is wealth that we've been talking about. Then you take, you want to add in all the tasks. So what were the tasks that ChatGPT, obviously you guys, you have to go in and help to refine this, right? This is ChatGPT just coming up with stuff. It doesn't know everything, but you will do stuff like, okay, begin researching and visit at least 5 properties by March 2025. So then you can just take this with this planner. It's really easy to just set the task, give yourself the deadline of March 2025. I'm not going to go through and do everything because you guys have kind of seen me use this planner before. And if you haven't, then go check out some of my other videos. But the whole point is you can lift what ChatGPT does, put it into whatever planner that you are using, and then allow it to start helping you come up with a very visual and calculated strategy of what exactly you are going to do. And that's going to be the major difference as well, is not just setting these goals, but also what is your plan? What are you going to be doing on a monthly basis, on a weekly basis, on a daily basis to help you get to that goal? What I always say with goals is that yes, you should have this, bigger picture goal, but you must have tasks and habits that are going to help you get there. That is what you eventually end up actually doing. And that is what actually guides you to actually achieving that goal. So then you can ask it, okay, what habits should I have in place to help me reach this goal? So let's say now the habit is to stick to a detailed monthly budget. Then you'll go in and then you create your habits for the goal. And that habit for that goal might be to review monthly budget, right? You'll go in and then you'll say, okay, I want to be doing this on a monthly basis. And obviously with this planner, it will remind you every single month that, okay, this is one of the habits that you set for yourself. But this is exactly what you want to be doing. This is exactly how you want to be breaking down those goals. So that is more or less what you want. Hermes, say hi. Tell the people, this is how to create financial abundance for 2025. Just to sum this video up, because I don't want it to go on and on and on, essentially that is the roadmap that you're going to use to be able to create very specific goals for 2025, that you know exactly what the roadmap is to help you achieve those goals. And you can use ChatGPT to do all of the hard work. You can literally even use ChatGPT to create a budget for you. So this is the last thing that I'm going to show you guys. So I know that one habit I need is to create and stick to a monthly budget to help me achieve this goal. Help me put together a budget. I earn $2,000 a month post-tax. My rent is $700, and I spend another $300. See, there you go. I made a mistake. Sorry, I meant I spend $300 on utilities. And you can literally use ChatGPT to help you create a budget if you want. But that is it for this video. I hope it is helpful. I'm one of those people that uses ChatGPT as like a therapist, ChatGPT as like for everything, all the questions that I have, it is my Google at this point. But even if you say I struggle with like different things, like, okay, I really struggle with feeling down about my financial goals because for the last 5 years, I haven't been able to hit them, and I don't know if this year I'm going to be able to do that. You can literally just tell that to ChatGPT and it will literally help you guys. It's kind of scary. It's kind of scary, but it is super helpful. And if you do want to get the planner, I'm going to do a discount of 24%. If you use the discount code December24, you'll find the link below to shop the planner. You can shop V1 and you can shop V2, whichever one works for you. I think V1 was actually a little bit easier, but it depends. If you're not really Notion savvy, you can use whatever planner is going, whatever planner works for you. Also, if one of your goals for next year is to invest in property, then I can help you, especially if you want to invest in the UK and if you want to invest in Dubai. You are going to need to have a level of funds. I would say if you want to invest in the UK, Ideally, to have the most amount of options, you want to have at least 30K saved. But even if you have less than that, then we can see what we can do, but like nothing less than like 10,000. If you want to invest in Dubai, the good investment properties in Dubai are starting from around 150,000, and that is a very small studio. And because as an international buyer, like you won't get a mortgage of more than like 60%. So ideally we want people to have at least $50,000 to get started in the process. So if you fit into any of those and one of your goals for 2025 is to purchase an investment property and start letting your money work for you, then I can definitely help you with that. Also, if you want to purchase in South Africa as well, I can also help you with that. But yeah, I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.